So we found the Emerald Varla Stone, so that's good. That's 2 out of 4 then for the main chamber. Also, don't mind me, I'm just gonna grab the dead Sirenroot flower as well. Oh, I just noticed the hands up there. Ugh. Not a fan of that. Hi.
Oh. Hello?
You don't look very surprised to see me. Are you alright?
Yes, just studying.
You should head to the main hall so we can stay as a group.
No, I'm fine. You'll all be fine. I need to decipher these writings.
I don't know about fine. I don't know if I'd say we're all fine right now. Why does this place look like this?
Buro Salai. The halls of the slaves. The Aeliads were quite cruel.
Could I borrow the Aeliad translation notes?
Here, don't ruin it.
Can you tell me what's wrong? Come on, I want everyone to go back to the main chamber. I know, Vitellius kind of ran off on his own, but the rest of us can group up.
You already know. Please just let me be. I have no need to recall such memories.
Excuse me? No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I have spoken to you about this prior. Please, stop pressing the matter. It's sickening. Not another word.
Ma'am, we haven't spoken about anything. No, tell me what the problem is.
I cannot believe you have the nerve to push me like this. They're gone. They're gone. Everyone I have is gone. This is all I have. This is all I can give them. It's what they would have wanted.
My condolences, but staying here isn't the right thing. What? Pull yourself together. That can't be right. Didn't she start, like, when we first met her, didn't she start by saying, it's like, oh, I have to make sure to get the Horker for the Horker stew? So she has someone back in Cyrodiil, so not everyone's dead. Yeah, that can't be right.
Oh, that isn't right. Oh, tell me then. Tell me exactly what is right.
Me. Sometimes. You mentioned... Oh, shit. It was 2 sons?
And? What are you trying to prove? I told you this before we came here.
Yeah, and we've only been down here for a little while now. They wanted you to cook Horker stew.
Yes, but you... That's right.
Unless a courier brought you a letter down here saying that they died, I think they're fine. And if a courier came down here with a note, I'd be extra impressed. They're in Cheydinhall, waiting for you.
Oh, that was barely 3 days ago when I spoke to them.
We've been down here 3 days?
What was that feeling then? I'm going to the main hall. Let's get out of here.
Have I really been down here 3 days already? Oh, torch went out. Yeah, because we grabbed the emerald, so it opened the hourglass doors. Which I still have more to do here, because now that that's open, the door to the slave pen should also be open. Very nice of them to leave a scroll of candlelight lying around. I could very much get some use out of that. Also, now that I have her translation text, I can also go ahead and translate any of the Aeliad scripts that I find. There might be more behind the slave door, so I can check that out too. Well, good news, that's 1 person down. We've gathered 1 person in the main hall. Impressive, right? Just 1. Because the question is, do I go straight for Petelius now? Also, I realized that I was mixing up the races before. I was saying Petelius was the Breton, he's the Imperial. And Cayrice is the Breton. Okay, so I assumed that there'd be more slave pens back here. No. We needed to open... Where is it? We needed to open that just so we could hit the button that would then open all the slave pen doors. I thought there were going to be more word walls behind that. Or translation text behind that. So go figure, I was at least partially mistaken. Oh, here we go. The abstract scratches over the stone appear as though someone had attempted to vandalize the text. Resist the voice before it takes root in your consciousness. Oh, see, because I didn't resist it whatsoever. The plaque is pristine, as if the carvings were redefined daily. Her song keeps us safe and soothes our souls. If it's pristine as though it was, like, fixed up daily, does that mean the whites, or maybe the ghosts are doing it? In which case, that certainly doesn't seem good. Now, this door was not open before, as can be evidenced by... Yep, we got whites. I could see there being another inscription in here. I could see there being another one somewhere in here. I'm wondering if there's gonna be, like, a boss fight. Because I could see this kind of going either way. I could see this being the thing of... It's the kind of dungeon that doesn't really need a boss fight, that wouldn't make as much sense for the dungeon, because it's more puzzle-based than fighting-based. I can almost see it being some sort of, like, test at the very end. Of, like, the siren tests us, puts us to some sort of test where that's how we're able to escape, live, or, you know, possibly die. Alright, just one more. Which, I'm glad that I brought potions, because I certainly need them. If I'm able to find any, like, smithing stations, workbenches, grindstones, etc., I'm gonna use them, because I kinda need them. The white are a little strong. The plaque seems to have been broken in half, but rather the bidding of the spring. Perhaps the other half is somewhere else. Because right now we have found 3 plaques, technically 2.5. And I know there's another in that one main chamber where we lowered the water level, but now we know we need to look for the other half of this one as well. It would be nice if I had some sort of, like, journal that was recording all these, like if the quest was automatically updating a journal for me to write down these inscriptions. Just a thought. My guess would be that the other half of that panel, of that inscription, is going to be all the way back where we found Cayrice, which now we have a shortcut back there through here. So that might be the best way to do that. Despite being submerged in water, the carvings show no sign of decay. Plant the stems of Magicka in your heart, for they are a blessing. Because I'm noticing a bit of, like a theme here. We have 2 different types of plaques. We have ones that were maintained in our pristine of others that were in slave pens that were broken, and stuff like that. So I'm wondering if there is some sort of, like, difference between those two. Especially when one of the kind of, like, broken down plaques said, like, oh, don't let the voice into your heart, or whatever it is that it said. Which is why I probably need it in a journal, just because... Yeah. Already forgetting the exact terms, the exact words. So if that's the puzzle, if that's how I get out of here, that I have to recite the writings to the siren, then we're screwed. Then we're never, ever, ever getting out of here. Alright. Emerald Hourglass, here we are. Yeah, because now all of these slave pens are open. So I'm going to check every single one. This is probably the most I've actually looted in a mod that I've played in ages, but I need the potions just to be safe. Years of Dark have degraded the text to a blur. Undo the tune in your mind and focus on your own thoughts. So that's going to be how we even, you know, survive this place, learn to kind of overcome the Siren's curse by listening to the plaques or reading the plaques that we find in the slave cells. Because the slaves figured it out, it sounds like. That's my interpretation, at least. That the slaves have it all figured out. That the slaves were trying to figure out a way to free themselves of the Siren's control and her influence. I think I've checked all of the pens now. I think I have, at least. And I haven't found the other half of that one inscription. So I'm wondering if maybe we're not meant to find the other half. Maybe it's gone and we're just supposed to kind of, like, infer from it. But no, it even said, like, oh, there's gotta be another half around here somewhere, right? Also, I just want to note that these two tablets can't be translated, because I did then realize, it's like, oh, wait a second, that she was by 2 tablets, and no, these cannot be read. Yeah, if there's more plaques, then I just haven't seen them. Just looking around here real quick to see if there's anything that I'm kind of missing in this room, but I don't believe so. Well, I haven't seen anything else, and more importantly, we got Cayrice out of here. We got her to go home, or not home. If she was home, she'd be with her sons. We got her back to the main chamber, so mission accomplished there. That means we still need to find Yanil, Talael, and we gotta go after Petelius as well. Do you have anything else to say?
Excuse me. Thank you for pulling me out of there. That song was dizzying to the ears.
Well, that's why I have the translation texts, because now that's kind of telling us, it's like, don't listen to her song, don't trust it. How are you feeling?
Much better. Thank you for asking. Researching is very fulfilling for me, but this situation makes me miss my boys more than ever.
You know, it's a very good thing that I was really recording this back-to-back and that I hadn't waited like a full couple weeks between the recording sessions, because otherwise I would not have remembered that she had 2 boys. I was pretty sure, like, it sounded like she had said there were 2 boys, but even then, even now, it had been a little bit of a gamble. I was just kind of guessing a little bit. What do you know about the Varla stones?
Traditionally, Varla stones have been used to replenish enchanted items. Placing them on pedestals like this is quite unique.
Alright, well, get ready to see something unique. Oh.
You've been placing the Varla stones here. I see. Individually, they control the mundane like gates and water passages, but together... They must be powering something much stronger.
I mean, that one did nothing, so... you know. Because Petelius was there. I don't see any way to get up there. Yeah, we've cleansed Cayrice, not Cayrice. I'm sorry, I'm getting everyone's names wrong. I convinced her to leave. I was also calling Palladius. I can remember her briefly mentioning having 2 sons and wanting to make them Horker stew, but I can't remember anyone's name. I'm the worst kind of person. Alright, well, I'm not sure where to go next, because as it was, both Yunil and Talael handed me Varla stones through a door, like through a cracked door that they couldn't get through. So right now, this is really the only place that I haven't gone yet. Just gonna make a save to be safe, but this is really like the next place for me to go to. I'm trying to be a little bit more thoughtful in this, especially since it does seem like you have to be a little bit more thoughtful, a little bit more analytical of the situation, of the scenario. Candlelight, don't mind if I do. Looks like we might be going underwater for a little bit. See, this is where the necklace comes into play. This is where it's useful, and I'm glad that I had it. So we might have 2 ways to go. Oh no, I can't fit through there, nope. And I'm certainly not shoving my hand in there. You put your hand in, something just bites you, you scream, but you're underwater, so you just swallow a ton of water. Now we have 2 ways to go. Oh god, I'm gonna get lost down here, unless this just kind of like leads in a loop. No, hold on. This is why we put the necklace on, because yeah, I'm gonna get myself so lost. Where does any of this lead? I'm gonna be so confused. Oh god, if I have to find my way back now, I'm screwed. I think some of this does loop around. I think some of this does lead in a weird kind of like circle. Yeah. It seems like it. So it looks like they all kind of wind up in the same place. Yes. Yes, it does. That makes me feel a little bit better, at least. Oh, someone was here recently. Sibia's resurfacing map. Wait. But she wouldn't have left the fire because she was here ages ago. I used every last water-breathing scroll Mavasi could write. Here's the resurfacing points that I could find. Oh, and I see the little emerald and sapphire gem as well. Okay. I'm gonna take that. Could very much use that. Okay, so we're at the very top of the map that she drew then, it looks like. Which, once again, good thing that I made sure to have a necklace on me. Wait, I think we're at the top of this map. It looks like it. So there's not going to be anything to our left. I'm trying to use the cursor, but you can't see the cursor. I'm trying to point at the screen, you can't see the screen. It's a dead end to our left, so we want to go right. And that's going to lead to the Emerald Sapphire door. There's 2 question marks. Question marks sound good, right? Question marks sound promising to me.
You will allow her to return.
I don't want her to. I know my weapons just aren't that great, but man, I might bump down the difficulty slightly because it's getting a little tanky. Meanwhile, this white is very weak. Went down like it was nothing. At you too, buddy. Yeah, so we have the Emerald Hourglass and we have the Sapphire as well. Also, wait a second, it said resurfacing guide, but... Oh, because this isn't underwater. This chamber isn't underwater, but the others are. I think. I mean, this isn't underwater. There's like up to my knee in water. Up to my knees, fine. I can breathe, even with my knees submerged. Crazy, right? That has me thinking that after I raise the door, after I open the Sapphire Emerald doors, maybe we're gonna raise the water level in here. And down you go. That's right, just float there. The thing that I really like is how much of the water raising stuff there is in the dungeon. Okay, so this is... Hold on. This is the path that leads somewhere. That was the path that leads nowhere. Where it was a dead end. But since it's not fully underwater, I will go both ways as well. It's less of a maze and more so me just trying to figure out what I want to do down here, what there is to do down here. Which that door would only open if I lowered the water level, I'm assuming. And I don't know if I can push the button. Oh, okay, I can push the button while I'm underwater. So the real question is, are these buttons timed, or is it just push them once? It didn't say I heard a clicking noise. Oh, okay, it also opened this door. I didn't hear a clicking or a ticking noise, so I think it's just once you push it the one time, you're good. Did I have to pick a fight with the whites? Probably not, but rather than leave them where they are, only for them to wake up and attack me later on, I'd rather just initiate the fight myself. Easy enough. So then the Sapphire button will be down the other path, the one that I said, quote-unquote, had, you know, a dead end. Wait, where am I now? Because I heard them wake up. They haven't seen me yet, though. I just want to see where I am. Oh, but this door is locked, so... Alright. Gotta keep going this way, then. Was there another lost soul, or was it just a... Okay, it was just a white with his little... crossed hands. Okay, I see where I am. Alright, I looped back around. I just hadn't gone that way yet, or down that hallway yet. But that dropped us right back into the central chamber with Emerald, with Sapphire, and yeah, as you can see, one door's open, so we just need to find the Emerald button, which is going to be down this way, yes. Down the end that I thought was a dead end, but it's... Because I was looking at the map just for resurfacing points, I was looking at it as though it were a maze that I would just run through, rather than, you know, having to push buttons or solve anything there. So that's my bad. I was so bold as to assume that there wouldn't be some sort of puzzle, and frankly, shame on me for even considering that. Good news, found the Emerald button. Boop. Now, if this is going to be anything like the Sapphire button, we're going to push that and it's going to close one door but open another. So just got to be a little cognizant of that. Which you can't really get too lost down here anyway, because there's really only so many ways to go. But yeah, bring an amulet, a necklace, and ring, whatever, armor of water breathing. Because no, you don't need to be an Argonian to do this, but if you just eliminate the concern about drowning, it's gonna make everything a lot easier. That or just craft 800 potions of water breathing, but maybe that's, you know, me trivializing the underwater segments of the mod. Maybe it's not cheating, but maybe I'm just taking away some of that struggle. Personally, I'm fine with that, though. It also just occurred to me that I think I misread this map. It still worked out, but I'm thinking that the question marks for the Emerald Sapphire room are pointing to the two wings that I just went to that opened this. I don't think they got past this room. Well, they must have gotten past it to some extent. We still haven't necessarily seen any bodies that we know for sure are the last diving team. Yeah, I think these are the question mark wings from our drawn map, our resurfacing map. Either way, once again, the power of a water-breathing amulet works wonders. It's lovely. I recommend it to all my fellow adventurers, frankly. So now we have an amethyst button. I just want to show where it is. Okay. I haven't even discovered the next door yet, so maybe I shouldn't start pushing buttons, but I feel like this is better than me, like, going on and forgetting where the button was. Like, push it now. Like, there's not going to be a downside to pushing that button now. See, here you go. Yeah, so we opened the second door. We're going to have to go this way to find the Topaz button then. Alright, easy enough. Just gonna show that on the map. Yeah, so Amethyst was up here, Topaz was down here. But Sibia's resurfacing map showed the entire area? Kind of? So either the doors were already open for her, or she just didn't necessarily figure out how to get out of here. Unless I'm just looking at this map upside down, but no. I don't think so, at least.